ROSALÍA, Perla, let's talk about it.
Every successful business evolves. And to keep up, you need a bank relationship that evolves too. When you collaborate with KeyBank, you don't get one-size-fits-all solutions. Our expansive team of experts across industry verticals wouldn't be here if you did. Always ready with bespoke solutions for your biggest challenges and opportunities. We know all businesses are different, and that's why we approach business differently. Reimagine business as usual. KeyBank opens doors. Learn more at key.com/B2B.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It Music Reviews Season 11. How y'all doing? And welcome to the show. Guys, it is time for another international review. We actually got a couple of international reviews that are going to be coming out during the weekend and the week. Guys, ROSALÍA has dropped her new album called Lux. I've been looking at all of the websites, everything about this album. They've been saying this album's like 100 out of 10. You know, every website has given this fucking album Lux like a perfect-ass score. And I wanted to see for myself, so I listened to this album last night. I'm going to have to listen to it more to really get my thoughts in, because there's honestly a lot to this album that I honestly didn't even realize that I was, checking out. 13 different languages. This song right here is called Perla. Now look, my pronunciation's not be good, but y'all can read the title. You know what we're reviewing. International reviews, you know how it goes. Let's get into this song, guys, because this is honestly, I can't even lie to y'all, one of the more beautiful tracks that I've reviewed on this show in a long-ass time. I mean, holy shit. You know, from the instrumental, from the verses, from the hook. Holy fuck, guys. I can't believe. You know, I was a little worried. You know, going from Bergadin, that track, that single Bergadin was out there, and I was like, well, this one is not that good. This one's just like scream singing with some like really intense violin, and I was like,
you don't technically need this car. You say that out loud to yourself. You say, I have no space. You say, I'm just looking. Then you click. Then you zoom in on photo number 87 and whisper, oh no. Then you text a friend, the one who always enables you. You say to yourself, this is the last one, knowing it is not. You don't need this car. But maybe, just maybe, this car needs you. Bring a trailer. It's never just a car.
I turned off news altogether.
I hate to say it, but I don't trust much of anything.
It's the rage bait.
It feels like it's trying to divide people.
If we got clear facts, maybe we can calm down a little.
NBC News brings you clear reporting. Let's meet at the facts. Let's move forward from there. NBC News, reporting for America.
like, I'm not really feeling this shit. Is this shit going to be on the entire album? Well, it is. This style of production is, but it's like refined. It sounds really good, etc. So I was really surprised going into this, album, how honestly good it sounded. I've seen all the reviews, all the early reviews that came out for this, which, hey, early reviews are definitely something, I guess you could say, before an album even drops. But look, the early reviews were saying this album's perfect and all that shit. I was like, I want to see for myself. So we do got a feature on here. I'm guessing it's the production, or the background vocals or whatever that was. Perla, let's get into it. Starting off with the instrumental. Guys, the instrumental is great here. I really like the classical elements that are kind of baked in here. The orchestra vibes are beautiful here with that violin, that simple guitar to keep the track grounded as you're listening to it. All the elements from the background vocals, and I like as you listen to this, instrumental, it just starts building up as you're listening to it. It is just so beautiful to hear. I mean, Lord mighty, this is probably one of the better instrumentals that I've reviewed on this show. This is how you do it.
The Lincoln Wishlist sales event is happening now. Here's what's on everyone's wish list. Enjoying holiday jingles with brilliant 3D audio that surrounds you? Check. Watching snow flurries through the panoramic vista roof? Check. Packing up presents with the spacious Lincoln Splitgate? Check.
Everything you want, all standard on the 2025 Lincoln Navigator SUV. Visit your local Lincoln retailer or learn more at Lincoln.com for exceptional offers on 2025 Lincoln vehicles today.
Talk about classical music, which I don't really talk about because, it's not really one of the main genres of my show. And it's honestly kind of an outdated genre. But one of the things you can do is use all the elements in a classical instrumental, like the violin, like the double bass, like the cello, like all these different elements that kind of just blend together as an orchestra. So I love that we're getting that fusion. You still get that orchestra vibe in there that just, completely works in my opinion. I like how the instrumental builds up, and it builds up even more beautifully here. Lyrics too. I can't understand what what ROSALÍA is saying on this track, but what I can say is that while I was, checking out the lyrics as I was listening to the song, these are some of the best beautifully written lyrics that I've seen. I mean, look, I love how it's just the simple, heartbreak by a playboy, by a player. But I like how she breaks it down. I like how she connects everything. I like how she does the storytelling. And, if you're going to do lyrics, this is kind of what I want. I want my lyrics to actually, kind of mean something here. And it's really fire. The storytelling from Heartbreak is really fire too, in my opinion. I think all of the elements on here really do come together. Now, I love the instrumental, but we have to get into the couple of verses here because, goddamn, I really enjoy these verses, guys. The beginning verse was beautiful here. The singing is absolutely amazing. The way she flows her singing with these vocal switch-ups, these mini vocal switch-ups that you hear, it's just really great in my opinion. Combine that with these amazing vocal runs that she kind of just switches to. You get those violin that come.
Running a business comes with a lot of what-ifs. But luckily, there's a simple answer to them. Shopify. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses, including Thrive Cosmetics and Momofuku, and it'll help you with everything you need. From website design and marketing to boosting sales and expanding operations, Shopify can get the job done and make your dream a reality. Turn those what-ifs into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
In there while she's doing these vocal runs. I mean, goddamn. And it happens all the time in these verses, which is just something that, not a lot of singers in the big 2025 can do. They can do these big vocal runs. You actually have vocal runs here. You actually have really beautiful singing. You got moments where ROSALÍA on the verse is just holding her notes out, and it's just really fire. Now, let's get into the hook. The hook is addicting. I think the hook is one of the best here because, the way the flow is on the hook, that initial flow easily gets stuck in your head. I like how the violin kind of joins in too with those strings. Those strings just come all crashing together, and honestly, you hear that bass. You hear those bass strings too in the background that are just kind of leading this instrumental forward. You're getting those vibes too, which are just really fire. I like how, you get the heavenly singing, the slight vocal switch-ups that happen here. It just makes this hook so addicting to listen to. I love the vocal switches. I love everything about this hook. I think this is one of the better hooks that I've heard. And if we're talking about international reviews, this is already topping, honestly, most of my international reviews. I mean, holy shit, how do you have a song that just does that? Now, I do have one complaint, and honestly, that only complaint is there's a little bit of talking. Y'all know how I feel about talking. I mean, it could be an international review, it could be a fucking R&B song. If you're gonna have talking, I'm gonna have to bump your shit down a little bit as I'm listening to the song. Now, thankfully, the talking is nothing long here. It's just kind of one line, and then we get back into the song, which is pretty fire. So there's some talking in the middle that kind of throws the song off a little bit, but that is only my complaint. If my only complaint, guys, is there's a little bit of talking, it was kind of like Sabrina Carpenter, my only complaint is that there's fucking talking in this song, but the song is really good overall, that type of thing here. And it gets back to the second verse really quick. You know, we get a really good second verse. The vocals are even stronger here. The flow, I really like how the instrumental even gets deeper too as you're listening to the song. Man, I'm just, shocked, enthralled. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, goddamn. ROSALÍA, La Perla, this one song right here is honestly one of the most fire-ass songs that I've heard in the big 2025. So, really fire, really good song. I'm just shocked. That's why there's a lot of silence today, because I'm just shocked of how good this fucking song sounds. So, overall, really good track. The instrumental, the final hook, it's all fucking fire, guys. I mean, check out this goddamn song. I'm overall going to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, guys. Did y'all love this song like I did? Did you like this song like I did? I don't know. Let me know. And if you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. We're dropping new content every single day, and I'll see y'all later. You have a good one. Yeah, guys.